efficiency tips on how to clean a big truck.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
And I'm Ben.
And this is DIY Detail. Today, I have special guest here, Ben from Ben in Beta. Links down below. Subscribe to his channel, please. But we're going to be here, and he asked me, how can I be more efficient washing these trucks? He works a full-time job. He has a YouTube channel. There's a lot of time involved there. How can we cut his time down to clean something like this?
I'm excited to learn because I want to be more efficient. I want to be better at what I do. And I think there's a lot of great tips that we can pass on to my viewers.
Excellent. Let's get at it. Well, first thing, we have the pressure washer out. One of the tips that I like to share is make sure that everything is already laid out, ready to go. And to make it even better, when you're done a detail, prepare everything for the next detail.
Okay.
So when you're putting stuff away, put it away in a fashion that makes it easy to get out. In your garage, if you have your pressure washer on a shelf by the door with a reel and everything, great. If you have to lug out the pressure washer and set it up every time and
yes,
get out the hose and set it up, et cetera, that makes it more difficult for you to get into the detail. And if everything's set up, ready to go, you get home from work, you've got a half hour, I've got time to wash the car.
Right.
As opposed to, I've got to set this up. So yeah, being prepared is a big part of it.
One of the things I've noticed is having a hose reel or having my pressure washer mounted has saved a lot more time than I would have ever guessed. It's actually a pretty good tip. So having that kind of setup, I think, is really beneficial.
Yeah. Next, when it comes to washing, using chemicals for what they're designed to be used and using them efficiently and effectively. So what we're going to be doing first on the wheels and tires, spraying All Clean, which is our all-purpose cleaner, and that is going to help break down the dirt and everything, so we're not going to be brushing as much on the wheels. So we're spending less time on the wheels. That is somewhere where a lot of people waste a lot of time.
Do you typically let that sit for while you're doing the rest of the vehicle? Now we're inside, so it's a little bit different than outside.
Right.
But do you go to the right away after?
No. So what we'll be doing, the procedure that we follow is we spray the wheels with the All Clean and a little bit of Incredible Suds mixture. And the Incredible Suds allows it to dwell longer.
Yeah. Okay.
From there, we'll foam the whole vehicle,
okay,
including the wheels. So again, a little more dwell time. So if you're working outside, it's not an issue. Then we rinse that off. That's taken all the grit off the vehicle, a lot of the minerals as well. So now we're not as worried about water spots. Then from there, either foam it or rinseless wash, up to you. And then wash, rinse, dry, and it's just that easy.
Excellent. I'm excited. Yeah. It'll be for people who haven't seen my videos before, specifically stuff like this. When you do the foaming, it won't be removed completely, but it'll start coming off there.
Right.
And that's what you want. So you're not just immediately just taking your wash media, whatever you're using, whether that's a rinseless sponge or whatever, and just applying it and trying to take that off.
Yeah.
So that foam does a lot of work that people don't always realize.
Right. So first step, getting the All Clean on the wheels, and this is a step where a lot of people will waste some time. They'll be all over the place. Be methodical in how you're doing things. Important to get it in the barrels.
Yeah, you really go in the barrels. That's something I don't do very well, so it's a good tip.
And then just go around.
By the way, my dog Rue is also here because I'm traveling to Wisconsin, so she may be in and out of shot. Or bothering Sylvie off camera, one of the two.
She's your producer, so yeah.
She is.
So we're not taking a lot of time to do this. We're just making sure that the surface is covered.
Okay.
You'll notice my complete disregard for the wheel wells.
Yes.
The foam is enough from the foam cannon to do that.
Okay.
And people put, as far as I'm concerned, unless it's a show truck, way too much emphasis on the wheel wells because you're driving down the road, they're going to get plastered in 5 minutes anyways.
Agreed.
Yeah. So rinse them out, fine. Use the Incredible Suds in there, great. You don't need to go any further. So off you go with the foam cannon.
All right, sounds good. Quick question, I guess. So when you're doing foam, so I've done a lot of reviews on foam cannons, and when you get too wide, it starts to kind of hit the sides and whatnot. But do you have actually a preferred width on that?
I like about 18 inches to 2 feet.
Okay.
I find some people get really too close. I don't like wearing the foam personally.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to build a mountain of foam on here.
Sure.
I'm just getting the surface covered.
Do you have a preference for when you're doing this every single day, trying to be efficient, having it be a bit more runny, rather than, I guess it depends on the conditions too. If it's going to sit a little bit longer in the sun, you might want it to be a little bit thicker.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah. In the shop here, it really doesn't matter. Outside, yes, a little thicker foam is going to give you more dwell time.
Excellent. All right.
Off you go.
Here we go. See if I'm tall enough.
So, little efficiency tip for you.
Yeah.
The roof, don't try to get it from the side.
Okay.
Because when you're trying to get the roof from the side, you're spraying
the camera.
Well, not only that, but you're just wasting product.
Okay.
If you get it from the front or the back, you can volley the foam on there.
That's a good tip.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Of course, with an 8-foot bed or whatever this is, it's a little bit harder.
Right, yeah.
Front's gonna be better. So is another efficiency tip really trying to bring that hose back around so it doesn't get caught on your tires?
Right. That's one of the things. Also, I like to start at one corner. So you started in the center of the cab, work to the back, then you're back to the front.
Sure.
So I like to start at the back corner and do a loop.
All right. That
so
makes sense.
one continual motion around the vehicle.
Yep. How'd I do?
Excellent.
Awesome.
So a few things. So while this is dwelling, Ben, a few things. Your movement with the foam cannon. Again, start in one corner, one continual motion. Also, especially on the front end, you were going back and forth like this, covering the foam that you'd already put there.
Sure.
Get one layer on, adjust the foam cannon to get that one layer where you like that one layer, and then you're not having to go back and forth over.
Makes sense.
Let me get the tip so you can rinse.
All right. So you like a 25-degree tip for rinsing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for rinsing, you'll need this.
Yes. Yes, I will. For a truck like this. I'm
Yeah.
short.
So let me stop you there for a second.
Yeah.
To explain why I had you rinse this forward,
Yeah.
is I want as much soap and water going between the cab and the bed.
Okay.
That way, that's forcefully going to clean some of that grunge out of there.
Okay.
Secondly, when you're rinsing, you have the gun aimed like this. So straight on. Rinse down a little bit.
Okay.
That way, I'm not having this wave of water above where I want it to go. Because here,
So it comes up like that.
right. This way, you've got that big wave of water that it's not doing anything for you.
Sure.
So by aiming down slightly, you're going to rinse down, making it a lot easier.
All right. Awesome. All right. Rinsed.
Yep, very good. Now, on your foaming, you used 800 milliliters of soap. I filled it back up to 500.
All right.
And we'll see if I can get around the truck with only 500.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I bet you can.
Pretty sure. So, very good. One thing that you didn't do that a lot of people do is the back and forth wavy motion like this as you're rinsing. That wastes a lot of time and a lot of water. So good on you for that one.
Thank you.
Now let's see the foaming as an old guy might do it. I still have about 150 mils left.
Nice. That was definitely fast.
And what we're going to do now is use the soap that's here to activate the soap in the buckets.
Not wasting product. I like it.
Also, cleans out your foam cannon for the next time. So you're putting your foam cannon away dry, still have a little bit in there. I'll do my buckets, and then that makes it a lot easier, faster for the next time.
Excellent. Ivan, you were saying about foam cannons.
Yes. You always want to leave your foam cannon empty.
Yep.
And if you're putting it away for a week or more, just flush some water through it before. Another thing is, if you have high TDS water, put a bit of water spot remover in it. put that through, it's going to clean the filters. So every once in a while, that'll clean the filters, it'll clean the soap residue out of the filters, making them last longer and giving you better performance out of your foam cannon.
That's a good tip.
Speaking of tips, like I said, we always put stuff away where it belongs. So we happen to have a nice little hook over here. Put that there. It's ready to go the next time.
Excellent.
Now for the wash.
Cool.
I like to start with the wheels. Makes it easier for me, and I allow the soap to dwell a little longer.
Okay.
We had a little interruption. That's why the soap is
yes.
a little less than it was, but nonetheless.
Okay.
So for the wheels, I like to have a separate wheel bucket. Now, if you're at home, you're the only person working on a vehicle, and you're only working on one vehicle, you don't need a separate wheel bucket. Do the body first, finish with the wheels. We like to start with the wheels, but in that case, in a production shop, always start with the wheels, finish with the body. In a home situation, you don't need to fill up 2 buckets. So for the wheels, this is a place where a lot of people lose a lot of time. This is our wheel and body brush. You'll notice the length of the strands here, or the fibers. These are long enough that you don't need those little brushes to get into corners. It's going to get everywhere. So a wheel like this, I like to always start at midnight and work my way around. Nick likes to start with the valve stem. It's up to you. As long as you have a point of reference and use that point of reference. Where a lot of people lose time is they'll scrub this one and then they'll go here and then back there and then just go around in one fell swoop. So the brush, like I said, long enough to get in there, making sure you're getting into all the little nooks and crannies. The body of the brush is softer than the clear coat on the wheel. So if you do hit like that, it's not going to cause any damage to your wheel. Get the center, and you don't need a lug nut brush because these, if you look, Ben, how far in they're getting there. So you don't need a lug nut brush.
Excellent.
You also don't need a tire scrubbing brush. You don't need to scrub tires till they're have all the brown off of them. That actually makes your tire dressing not last as long. You want to leave a bit of the browning there. Basically, the dirt that you're taking off the wheel is the same dirt you're taking off the tire.
Sure. Once
the dirt is off the tire, you're fine. Your tire dressing takes over from there. We do the faces first, and then we go into the barrels. Barrel brush, again, starting at the top. You see the dirt that's on it when I pull it out. I rotate it 180 degrees, go into the next section. And the Tampico brush, I'm not wearing everything that I'm pulling out of there.
Sure.
A dunk after you've got 2 sides dirty. Go back in and always working from the top down. That way you're rinsing down as you're going. Then back at the top. And work our way down the other side.
I have to say the green, like the brush, this is the only brush anybody needs. It's really good. That's definitely my favorite wheel brush by far.
Yeah, and the barrel brush, it looks like an antique. It's older than you are, not this particular one, but the design has been around for decades, and it just works. Yep. It's one of these things that if it doesn't need fixing, don't fix it.
Sure.
This is one of them. So we'll let you get the other one.
All right.
Here you go.
I get to try this out. I don't have one of these for sure, so this is kind of fun. I'm probably going to mess it up, though. I'll probably go flying across the room.
Be a little more forceful with it, and actually go in a circular motion.
Okay.
So, no, I mean, so you're going like this.
Okay.
Actually.
Go, okay. Like
wrap it, wrap it around and get it in there.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay. Now, go to the other side of the truck. I'll do the front wheel, you do the back wheel. Then when we dry the wheels, we'll use a light colored towel.
Okay.
And see which one got the wheel cleaner and who takes the least amount of time.
All right, sounds good.
Roll your way over there.
All right.
Bring the buckets with you.
Okay.
Having buckets on wheels is another thing. Have your buckets on wheels so they actually follow you around the vehicle. It takes 3 weeks to a month to train a bucket to follow you, but once you've trained it, it's amazing.
It's nice. I'm still training.
Okay. On your marks, get set, clean.
All right.
It's not about being fast, it's about being efficient.
No, it's true.
And with being efficient, where the difference is going to lie is when we go to dry the wheels, mine technically should be a little cleaner than yours. And the reason for that is I've never been a fan of using separate towels for the wheels.
Okay.
Because to me, if your wheel is clean, you shouldn't be getting your towel dirty when you're drying the wheel.
Just want to make sure I got that one.
You know, the finish on your wheel is clear coat, just like the paint on your car. And it should come out just as clean as your car. So there we go.
True. All right.
So time-wise, we're about the same.
Yep.
Now, since we had a bit of an interruption there, Ben, I'm actually going to re-soap the car.
That makes
because
sense.
it's dried on the surface.
Yep.
Incredible suds, if it dries, not a problem, but we don't want to wash a dry surface.
And this is something that happens a lot when you're in your driveway. You think you have enough time, you just don't sometimes. Yep. Should I see if I can do it as fast as you did last time with the same amount of soap?
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing.
All right.
I'm giving you the same amount of soap.
Am I learning? Yes, I am. Am I learning fast enough? I don't know.
You'll be able to watch the video.
Yes.
There you go. 500 milliliters.
You?
One extended cab F-150. And a foam cannon.
All right. How are you liking the automatic quick connect?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, stop there. See how the hose is?
Yep.
Let's take a second to just take a second to unwind it. That way, it'll make your life a lot easier.
Used all of it. So you had some left, I used it all. So we got around.
Right, and you got around a lot faster than the first time.
Yes.
So we'll take the foam cannon off of there.
Always room for improvement.
Yeah. Learning every day.
That's right.
So one of the biggest efficiency tips is this.
Yes, I would agree with that. 100%.
It makes life a lot faster. Yes, a mitt is fun. It's enjoyable to feel that. But if speed is what you want and precision, this is it. Now, this is inefficient if your car is actually very dirty. It's not strong enough or it's not aggressive enough to clean. That's when you have to actually get out a wash mitt.
Right.
But on a vehicle like this is fine.
Yep.
Off you go.
All right.
So the F-150, the brush is not long enough to make it all the way across, but you can do at least half of the roof and half of the windshield with ease.
Now, when you're inside, you don't mind flipping up these, or do you keep them? Do you still?
I still put them back down.
Okay.
If you accidentally hit it with the brush or something.
Could crack the windshield.
Yeah.
I should have started at the back again, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. See, I'm learning just slowly.
You don't need to start at the back. It's just in this shop, this is the flow that works best.
Yes.
So Sylvie is hinting here. She's pushing this towards you.
More suds. All right.
No, not that. You walked away from the bucket.
It's not trained well yet.
Yeah.
It's
trying to follow me, but you know.
That's right.
It's like if I give Rue a command, she's not going to listen to me, but you ask her to do something, she'll do it.
If you have a treat in your hand, she'll do it.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And is this the same as the brush? So if you contact paint, not a big deal?
That plastic is softer than the paint. The bristles of the brush are softer as well. Okay, ergonomic tip.
Yep.
You're holding the brush here and you're standing here.
Sure.
Your arm here is flexed back, which good exercise, but if you stand so the brush is not in front of you,
okay,
you get a better vision of what you're doing and it's a lot easier on you.
Okay, excellent.
And you also have a longer reach.
Are there any tips for the brush when you get around like gears and things like that?
Just move it in the right direction.
Okay.
You'll figure it out, and especially if it's your own car you're washing on a regular basis, you'll figure out the movement that you need to make to get to that. And there's also nothing wrong with carrying a little microfiber towel or wash mitt in the bucket for those little areas that the brush may not reach. So have the bucket ahead of you instead of behind you. That way you're following the bucket.
Now the bucket's training me.
Yeah. Oh, for the handle. To get in there,
yep.
Don't be afraid. Add a little bit of pressure to the brush. See how it gets in under the handle all the way and down. So one of the inefficiencies of soap is you don't always see where you may or may not have hit.
Yep.
So there's a line in this crease here
that
you didn't touch. And the contact wash is very important.
Yep. I really like the brush for the grills. It's so nice.
Yeah.
In there. I do feel like this would be a great video because as people are watching me do this, they'll be like, "You're not listening, Thad."
Yeah. Like I said, it takes a couple of weeks to train a bucket.
It does.
Once you get it trained. Now, one thing I'd like to point out, if you look at the foam that's come off the truck, all the dirt that's in it.
Yep.
And our floor is clean here. It's spotless because it gets squeegeed 5 times a day. So this is what's come off the truck. A lot of people ask, are your products environmentally friendly? The product itself is environmentally friendly. What we're washing off the truck isn't necessarily environmentally friendly. We have a triple trap here, so that's not going out to the sewers. But at the same time, when you're washing at home, there's a lot of places that have a washing restriction. It has nothing to do with water usage. It's this going down the drain.
Sure.
And that's why a lot of places encourage you to actually wash on your lawn.
Yep.
Because your lawn acts as a filter, and at the same time, you're watering your lawn.
Right. That's a good tip. This brush does a really, really good job of releasing dirt. Like, I think a lot of people are scared to use it because they think it's going to hold on to it, and it doesn't.
No, it's designed to basically, once you flood the brush, it releases everything and it stays in the bucket. The other thing is the quote unquote dirt that's in the bucket doesn't come back out with the brush. It's designed to not do that. Same thing if you're using the sponge or the washman.
So when you're here and you're looking for vehicles, is it hard or easy to actually get them?
It's actually quite difficult.
Okay.
Now, over time, we've built relationships with different dealerships.
Sure.
We get some from dealerships, and people that we've done their vehicle in the past, they refer friends to us. So I reach back out to people that we've done their vehicles, and it's like, did you get a new vehicle since the last time we were here?
Right.
Do you have a friend that wants their car detailed, etc.? But a lot of the cars that we get are actually off Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
So they're cars that are for sale, and I reach out to the owner saying, hey, do you want it professionally detailed?
Sure.
It's not going to cost you a thing. The only thing is we're going to be using it in a video. And we've had some people that we've detailed their car. We always send pictures, like 5 or 6 pictures of the car in the studio for them.
Yep.
One guy put the car up on, he changed his photo on his Marketplace ad,
Yep.
sold the car before he had it back home.
Wow.
The buyer was a fan of DIY detail, saw that we detailed the car, and that was the
That
was the kicker for them. It was like, oh, gotta buy this car.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's done really well too, which not just the person themselves doing it. Not that it's bad.
No.
But
we actually detail cars here.
Yep.
So.
All right. I think we got her.
Very good.
How long did I take compared to you?
I have no idea. Okay. No, you took a little longer.
For sure.
But it's, habit. Again, you've never washed this car.
Correct.
So you don't know its little idiosyncrasies and where you need to get in and out. You're not used to the layout. You might start normally on the hood or something like that. So once you have your standard operating procedure for your layout of shop or your driveway, and keep repeating that same operating procedures, keep doing the same thing over and over again. That same thing over and over again makes it easier. Now, first time you rinse it off, this time I'm going to rinse it off.
Okay.
And you can actually go back and measure the time that both of us took.
Okay.
We'll see.
Sounds good.
We'll see what that does. So for the rinsing, normally I would start with the roof. In this case, I'm not going to start with the roof because of the shape of the vehicle. If it were a car, an SUV, I'd start with the roof at the back, spray the water forward, and then go from there. But here I'm going to work a little differently.
Another quick question for you. So my driveway is really sloped. I always try to just use that.
Yeah, use that slope to your advantage.
Yep. I think it's great. I'm learning a ton. This is awesome. That was quick, Ivan.
That's the whole point, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But one more question, I guess. Wouldn't a 40-degree tip actually be more efficient than the 25 because you're doing a wider pattern?
Yes and no. Okay. So I prefer the 25 for the precision of it.
Okay.
15 I find is a little too tight. If I'm doing door jams, I'll switch to the 15.
Okay.
The 40 I find is too wide, so I'm losing the impact of the pressure washer slightly with the 40-degree angle, and it's not giving me the control that I like to have.
Okay.
But yeah, on certain things it is a little faster,
okay.
But it's a compromise. Everything's a compromise.
Everything's a compromise.
Yeah,
it's true.
Now, speaking of everything's a compromise, this is a truck I would not take a drying towel to because it's going to take years to dry this.
Yes, okay.
So this is where a drying aid comes in.
Yes.
A drying aid, the time it takes me to apply the drying aid will save me a lot of time in drying, and the car's going to look better.
Yep, agreed.
So Ben, it's been about 5 minutes resetting the shot and all of that,
yep.
And getting Rue a snack, but you'll notice there's still water everywhere.
Yep.
So that's where we're going to be using a drying aid. We're going to be using C6 Mist. C6 Mist can be used as a traditional drying aid, which is spray and wipe, or as a rinse aid. Okay. And I actually prefer using it as a rinse aid. And the rinse aid, like our quick beads, same operation here. But a lot of people have problems with quick beads because they use too much of it.
Sure.
And they don't rinse enough. And they don't have the right rinsing technique. So we'll show you basically how I can do this truck in one fell swoop.
Okay.
So
excellent.
I'm going to start in this back corner, and this is where I'm going to channel my inner Nick and use a little more product. And the reason I'm using more there is because this is my starting point to spread the product around the truck. And then from there, I don't need a lot. And you see what happens as soon as the mist touches the panel, it's almost dry. Hence, drying aid.
I think Nick can hear you, by the way. So
yes,
he's saying, I get to use more product? What? He just perked up.
We'll get out the pressure washer again.
All right. So rinse aid, not drying aid in this case, but it's going to do both.
Right. And if you really want to save time washing your car, coat your car. That way you won't have to do this.
That's true. Because then you can just do rinseless, so it's so much easier.
Yeah, but we would have saved a full rinsing step had this vehicle been hydrophobic.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to expedite.
Right. Now, when we're using a rinse aid, be it mist, be it quick beads, we want to start moving it in this corner or wherever your starting point is and just go around the vehicle in one continuous motion. And we're not trying to rinse down, we're actually trying to rinse up or sideways. And I'll be doing sideways in this case. I'm just pushing that little line of froth along the vehicle. Then when I'm done, I come back and rinse down. I'll get the excess off of the vehicle. Then for the front end, we're going to do the same thing, going around the corner. You noticed I stayed off the hood. That's because now I'm going to drive this up the hood and up the windshield.
Good. That's that.
Right, now for the next tip, when you're done using your pressure washer, turn the pressure washer off, turn the water off, and then once that is done, we basically take the pressure out of the hose. That makes it a lot easier to wind up.
That's true.
And wind it up immediately. Don't leave it on the ground for you to trip on as you're drying the vehicle.
Is that any specific hose reel, or you just one you found from Amazon? Or
this one's a Cox reel, but any hose reel does the job. And I actually prefer an automatic hose reel, but this is the one that we have for the shop at the moment.
I can guess, but why are you using a towel right now?
To clean the hose as I'm putting it away.
All right.
Now it's clean, it's dry, it's ready to go the next time.
And the hose has a little bit of friction, so if you just do it with your hand, it probably doesn't feel very good.
No, not at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should be wearing gloves, but if you do that, it doesn't.
Oh, it'll rip these gloves.
Yeah. 100%.
So, next, drying. Now, if you're outside, you're a little more of a rush to dry. In here, it's actually quite humid, and we're not in a rush to dry, but we're still going to dry it. Another thing that saves a lot of time is do not use a leaf blower. A lot of people assume that the leaf blower is going to save them time. It actually takes a lot of time. You want to use the leaf blower after you've towel dry, but towel dry first. The towel dry actually is the final part of the cleaning process.
And the leaf blowing part really is good for getting all the stuff out of the cracks where you just can't get with the towel, right?
Yeah. So let me get you a towel.
All right, let's do it. And having a ladder is also helpful when you have a truck for sure.
Yeah.
Or if you're short, like me.
No, definitely climbing over a vehicle is not a smart idea.
No.
Now for myself, I like to start my towel out on a piece of glass.
Okay.
To get it a little damp.
Sure.
That little bit of dampness then allows it to be more absorbent, using capillary action as a tool for us. Now, if I'm not out in direct sunlight, I actually prefer a lot of times to leave the upper surfaces to last.
Okay.
Because I want a bit of evaporation to happen there.
Gotcha.
And on the sides, it's drained off,
Sure.
so it's easier to dry the sides.
Gotcha. All right. So I did that opposite, but
No, that's fine.
right.
If you're working out in the sun, you definitely want to do the top sides first. Yeah. And you're not a shop detailer, you're a driveway detailer, so.
Sure. Maybe one day.
So what we had on the window here, where you thought were bird droppings.
Yeah, something else, isn't it?
Yeah, the person just purchased this car from the dealership. Yep. They probably had a sticker on the window, and that's what that is. So I'll get a bit of tree sap remover. Now, instead of ruining a good detailing towel, getting it full of adhesive, what you can do is take a paper towel, adhere the tree sap remover, let the tree sap remover dwell a little bit, and then just take it off with the paper towel. That way, this gives it a lot more time to dwell, and at the same time, you're not ruining a towel.
Nice. I like that tip.
And the vehicle is clean, so I'm not worried about scratching or anything like that, especially on glass. So,
especially on glass. Yeah. I think you've said before you have to call tree sap remover. You have to call it that versus what it could be. Is that?
Well, it's an adhesive remover. It is a tar remover, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
The same product with the same SDS sheet shipped to various countries. Sure. If you call it a tree sap remover, they've read the SDS sheet. They know what's in it. It's fine. Yep. Call it a tar remover with the same ingredients or adhesive remover, all of a sudden it's banned.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All the things you have to deal with.
So semantics.
Yes.
But we can tell where the window sticker was here. And this has no tint film on it, because if it had tint film, I wouldn't be doing this. But we can easily get rid of that adhesive residue, and then when we clean the window, this tree sap remover is not the best window cleaner. One was inside, one is outside. Then from there, when we'll come back with glass cleaner, take care of that.
Nice. How wet do you let your towels get before you switch them out?
We'll typically do 3 or 4 cars before switching it out. So today we started off with a perfectly dry towel, but I actually prefer them when they're a little damp. The micro twist loop like this appreciates moisture. Leave the tonneau cover till last, and if you have a convertible car as well, leave the roof till last. And then you can finish off your towel by doing the good old-fashioned Instagram pull. leaving the tonneau cover nice and dry. Now for the final test, drying the wheels.
The wheels, all right.
Let me get some light colored towels.
Was that the other side we did?
Yeah.
And you did the front.
I did the front, you did the back.
Okay. Rue, you gonna come with me and check it out?
Because the front typically has more dirt. So now we're gonna make our lives even easier, Ben. Couple sprays of Envy. Even though we have the mist on there, it's just gonna help a little bit because it has dried a little bit. So starting with a clean corner of the towel. Don't touch the tire, just the wheel.
Okay.
Let's see how we do. So I picked up a little bit of dirt, not much, but I only use this little finger. Let's see how it bends. Yeah, excellent. So I got this little bit here.
All right.
So somewhere I missed one little spot. And that's all it takes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Well, thank you. I win.
So the final part of any detail for me is tire dressing. So 3 or 4 sprays on the brush to start. And even though the tire has a bit of water on it, not a problem. It's a water-based dressing.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
So if it's wet, no big deal, just go.
Right. Now, if you like a shinier tire, dry it first.
Yep.
If you like a matte tire, you want to do it when it's wet because it's going to dilute this a little bit, but you're still spreading it, and then you'll be fine.
Rue's checking it out. Supervisor Rue.
Yeah.
What do you think, Rue? Looks good? Okay.
You know, with this brush, you can easily get around here without actually touching the wheel.
Yep. Are you going to supervise me as well? This truck doesn't have quite crazy off-road tires as mine does.
No.
Which makes it much, much easier.
Well, Ben, did you learn anything?
I learned a ton. I think I'm going to be a lot more efficient, and I think viewers are going to be a lot more efficient too if they just practice a little bit. The one other thing I learned is you're not going to get it right in the first try.
No, definitely.
You have to practice to get
good
at it.
And the more often you wash your car, the easier it's going to be, the more fun it's going to be, and the faster you'll get. So efficiency comes with practice and it comes with experience. And it also comes with looking at what you're doing. You have the luxury of filming yourself most of the times you wash the car.
It's true.
So you can, as you're editing, go, oh, why did I do that? Or I screwed up here, or I took an extra 5 minutes there. If you're especially a professional detailer, take the time, set up your phone. It doesn't need a fancy tripod. Just have it up, leaning against the box. It doesn't matter. Film your detail, and you'll see where time is being stolen from you.
And that's a great tip for even DIYers who just want to get better at it.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can still throw your video up on YouTube for free, and if people watch it, that could be helpful too. Maybe you start something you didn't even know you were going to do.
You never know. And don't forget, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you're watching on the DIY channel, reach out to Ben and Beta. We're here to answer all your questions and comments, and we'll see you in the next one. But in the meantime, is there a video they should be watching?
Yeah, it's going to be here, somewhere. It's going to be there. Yeah, for sure.
Good.